It's out of water. It makes that beeping sound when it runs out of water. Yeah, it lets me know it's out of water. But I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna run the fan feature without the water circulation feature, and in the morning I'm gonna scrub it with vinegar at the filter. Yeah, that keeps it the debris, because there's so many minerals in this well water here that it leaves a residue on everything. And even though I use a lot of ice, which is clean, filtered, I fill it up with the stuff in the tub, and then it leaves a sediment on the filter, and then it doesn't cycle through how it ought to. So preventive maintenance is key. I see in like marketplace, Craigslist, place where people sell their vehicles, a lot of engines with blown head gaskets and cracked heads just because they don't check the oil. And see, it's just easy to prevent in a blown engine, man. Now, especially when you live in rural areas, it ain't easy to find parts and stuff like that. So anyway, hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Happy birthday, Zachary. His little baby picture was so cute. I'm like, dude, you don't even know what's coming. You don't even know what's about to happen to you. He's what, 38, 39? See, and I didn't discover him until, and he's on the cusp. I didn't realize that. And I think my friend even told me that. He's like, because tomorrow's Leo season, so I hope he does. I put a comment on Twitter for him. I hope he goes to Astro Cafe or one of those places, finds out his birth time, and just to see how accurate it is. It's a trip, man. And so you want to see the driving force of all the gematria and stuff like that? It's astrology. Everything. It's the first true science. It's the science that still holds true. It's been a constant in my life and it's helped me see who's not gonna be a constant in my life. And there's a lot of valuable information there. I just encourage people to find out who you are, who they are, and when you find out who you are, it's easier to navigate in the world. Ideally, I don't know. I live in Taos, New Mexico. Things are getting real here, man. There's a lot of people that live off grid out here, out in Carson, out in El Prado, all the outer lining areas around here. There's a lot of people. Earth ships, they have, and they're trying to make it. The city, who can't even maintain their own roads, they don't even fix the stuff anymore. It's all contracted out. It's all everybody's cousin and stuff like that. So, the infrastructure is crap. So where are they going to get the personnel, I wonder, to go out and seize people's property because they don't have running water, because they get the water from the rain and then capture it and use it. See, it's part of that land. I did a talk last month called land grab. That's what the government's doing. It wants to take everybody, wants to make all these rules, make it so people can't comply, and then they go after people they don't like. And then their buddies, they get the permits because it's, certain permits required. It's all a club, man. It's all a club. Everything is a club. And if you ain't in it, you're out. And where I live, it's like me and Mom, we got till the end of the year to find another place to live. We want to live someplace around here just because it's easier for the mailbox and all that. It's just easier. I'm tired of moving. I'm tired. Ma, you tired of moving? Yeah, Ma's tired of moving. We just want to be someplace where Ma could spend her golden years and just be, be able to love on the dogs the rest of the time we have with them without, having to worry and stress and all this stuff. So today was a lot better than yesterday. Actually, I got a couple leads yesterday of a couple of potential places. I got another one, couple more today, so it's starting to come in, right? I'm at Big Five today buying a chair for the park, and And I say, hey, you know anybody that's got any rentals? Me and Mom, we need a place. We got to, so places that I frequent that, and so that are busy. I'll tell them every cashier at the grocery store. You know it. I mean, I'll go to the prominent businesses. I'll do whatever I need to do because that's what I do. Is I got a lot of ideas. I'm one of those. I'm autistic. So I'm one of those weird kids. So I got all the ideas. And if people are not going to help me, I'm going to make sure that people are they're going to see me waving, hey, I need help. So if they're not going to help me, then they're just blindly turning their heads. And a help could be something positive. I'm skeptical to say prayers because I think people freaking pray for bad things to happen to me because frick, man, a lot of bad stuff happens. People talk about, oh, it's all good and bad. Yeah, there's good stuff to come out of it. But, man, at the time, when frickin' you got to bury little baby kittens in the yard, where's the silver lining in that? Is that I don't have to do it forever? But during the moment, it frickin' sucks and it's hard. So, the lady at the checkout at Big Five, she's like, I know. She's like, I know people that are looking, too. And it's because where we live, it's been ruined by the frickin' short-term rental people, all those people, because they change, instead of renting people to a family that because you want to help people in your community, they don't do that. Everything is about money, and stuff is gonna break because it's not supposed to be it's supposed to be more for people taking care of people. Man, if we're ever gonna have heaven on earth, man, we better hurry up and get some people motivated to do it because, man, people are freaking lazy, man. They got so lazy. I was telling Mom today, I said, Mom, I don't know, even commercials and stuff like that. It's there's not even, they're just trying to make morbid obesity the norm. And I don't want that to be my norm. I want to be healthy. I want to, because when you're healthy, you're happy. You're happier. You feel better. And when you feel better, you want other people to feel better. On the opposite side of the coin, y'all got all the committee, the Taos committee, who's coming up with these bullcrap ideas. All they're doing is making things harder for people. That's all that they're doing is making things harder for people. So I get that they're not I get they're in the business for themselves. I get that politicians on every level, local, city, little pissant little town like Taos, that's what is weird. It's dude, I've been all over this world. This is just Taos, New Mexico. It's not freaking Targaryen. It's not a kingdom where people just begging to go. Some people like to ski here. Lots of people have extra houses here because, they were stationed here and they thought it was nice, so they bought a house 25 years ago, and it's, and now it's been in the family all this time. It's just a lot of people are hurting. So it's not just me that's been under an inordinate amount of stool. It's happening to a lot of people, and I'm curious when are people gonna start? I mean, I'm not a violent person. I'm anti-violence. I'm just speaking as a spectator that has seen a nation my whole life freaking talk out their ass about their Second Amendment and their freedom to have it, yet all their other freedoms are being wiped away. It's really weird. It's really weird where the lines go. It's hard to, okay. So for who you're dealing with and how they feel that moment, I suppose. So I went to the park today. Oh, first this morning, Mom and I went over to our friend Judy's house and walked around her garden. Unfortunately, it was a little too warm, and we went early at 9:30, 9:20, but still, it was a little too warm. No trees, no shade, nothing like that. And then Mom got a little hot. So I said, we want to go to the park? Because there was cloud coverage coming in. And we sit under the trees at the park. It's real nice. We're back in the corner. We just watch people come and go. And as other people come and they sit and we have conversations, and it's fellowship. My spirit craves fellowship. And we drove to the park, and she was like, "Nah, let's just go home. Let's just go home." So we came home, and I went back to the park this afternoon at a different time, because I don't ever really go out. It's like I do my stuff in the morning, and if I don't do it in the morning, I'm done. I don't go out. And people are crazy, man. They're nutty, and I'm wound tight, and I don't have the patience for it, and that oftentimes look crazy and nutty even by itself, of me just like disagreeing, just whatever. So next 2 days, today and tomorrow, I know that energy has the potential to be freaking straight up hostile. So it's just easier to stay out of trouble and get out of trouble. And they're having some festival this weekend downtown where like they block stuff off. What do they block? They block stuff off from traffic. So I got that. So I'll probably just stay close to home. And so when we left, I got a hug. I got to tell my friend the story about, it's in the car. I got a sticker, an I Love Luna sticker. And I was having a really bad day yesterday, like really bad. Like I was bawling in my bedroom, just ugly crying, just I can't do something's got to change. I'm feeling collective freaking pain. I'm feeling my own. I'm just like, it's too much. So I said a prayer, and I said, "All right, God, if you're out there, man, still, I know you're busy with a lot of people, but if you're still in my corner, I sure could use a sign. I just have a text message, have anybody, I don't care if it's from the electric, just I need verification." And I came in and I got Mom some dinner, and I went back, and somebody had sent me a text message and somebody at the park was adamantly trying to give, I guess yesterday was Moon Day or something, I don't know. But they were adamantly trying to give her this sticker, and then she remembered that she and her family came over the other day for some fellowship, and they had met Luna, so she thought of me, and she sent me a picture with that sticker on her lap, and I just started crying. Just thank you, Creator, thank you, Creator. Oh, Creator, thank you. And then so I got to share that, and she and her daughter they came up and gave me. I started crying when I was telling the story. Cancer rising, man. Whew. I'm all kinds of watery, and she and her daughter, Faith, they came up and gave me a big hug, and I was just like and then I cried more, because I was like, that was the first hug I've had in years, couple years. My friend Pam, she's seen me upset, like hurting, and she gave me a hug before, but usually that stuff, I'm okay, I'm fine, just shake it out, but hugs are good. I'm a hugger. So today's a lot better than yesterday. I got more hope in my heart. I got more faith again. I waver, people waver. And I want to end up on this, is that when I did go to the park today, I had a friend with a nice conversation with a dear sweet friend of mine that has just gone through so much in her life, too, and she's 74, and I'm just like, man, I can't, wow, 25 more years of wow. Yes, it better start getting good, because I'm tired of the hard. So without all the extra good stuff, and because I got a lot of healing to do, and that healing's not going to happen unless I'm feeling the love. And anyway, I'm ready to feel the love. So we were having a conversation about the anxiety that I get, Like when I wake up, because I believe our spirits are travel out. Yeah, I see you. I believe our spirits travel to higher dimensions, and that's what dreams are. And when I land, when I come back in, come here. Come on. Let me move this out of the way so I can get down. Little babies. One's gone. It's gone. I know it's gone. It's not coming back. It's been gone like 3 days. It's been, yeah. So we're down to 4 of these. It's just, oh God, it's a constant thing. Anyway, so but when I wake up and I just have all this anxiety. I just have all this I just like feels like impending doom, and I just immediately start saying, my prayers and and all that stuff just to get the freaking anxiety to stop, just to get it to stop. And she was sharing with me that she feels that she has the same experience upon animation, wake up. And when I went so that's 2 people in congruence talking about anxiety and just like trying to keep, fear and stress away, and the world just keeps throwing stuff at of us, and not a lot of people, it's just really hard. And every day I just pass people and I'm like, man, they're not living hard. They're not living hard. They're not. You can tell when people are living hard. These people aren't living hard. These people, they're not. And then I get discouraged, the astrology is talking about how people are supposed to be like opening their hearts, opening their wallets, just like, oh, there isn't. Oh, let us, take you, let us help, all this stuff, right? I did hear one verification of a talk. I listened to a guy, the Leo Cub, and his buddy with the beard. It looks like his beard to me is fake. He says a lot of good stuff. He's a smart kid. And young man, excuse me. Everybody's a kid to me, even older people. So he was talking about how I'm seeing it. Like, where's all the people that, you're sitting in a studio with all this crap around it, Where are all these people that are getting back to grassroots and getting back to basics and helping people, but you still have the Sedona conferences and these spiritualists traveling here to have their conferences, and you can go on a cruise with this astrology. I'm just like, how is that going to help people? That's putting more money in your pocket, and money's not real, and spirituality is. So, but it was promising because this man was speaking, I think it was last night on David Palmer's. I just have a hard time with him, and it's my ego that is why I have a hard time with him. But he's got a lot of good information. It's just his ego gets it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. And I don't think I think he's a tiny little dude too, so I gotta take that into consideration. Those little guys, those tiny little guys, oh my God. And I think people are being made tinier. I think they're coming in smaller packages. So you got these tiny little guys that feel like big men, and I know I've had my Napoleon complex in my life too. Anyway, but he was talking last night in their talk about how, it's like people are supposed to be shedding their materialism and stuff like that. That's what the astrology says. But first, it has to get to a collective point, a culmination point of mass crap, mass stool. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing more overreach with local governments, making it hard for people. They started doing it in Omaha. I had a couch that I had on the porch that people would come over and I'd cook out and we'd sit on the couch. And like they started making rules like you can't, unless you have like a living room setting and it's outdoor all these rules. I'm just like choked out. So, we left. And then freaking Oregon had all these rules and I'm just like, when did the governments get so big? When they started, they're finding their loopholes and cheating and making all the money and all that stuff. I remember when civil servants were, us poor civil servants and stuff like that. That ain't been the way. And then so later, hey Nate, I don't know if you missed it. I already missed Zach right off. I already wished Zach a happy birthday. I doing my contribution. I would have met him, but I didn't find him. We were in Arizona, when I found Zach, when I discovered Zach. He came across my recommended or something like that. So I had just left Oregon, and he was in Portland, like, right around that time, too. If I was still there, I would have gone up and met him then. But Zach's one of those guys that I already feel like I already met him someplace. It's a trip, so. And, I mean, you pretty much know the guy. Well, I'm sure what you see. I think he might be a little bit more reserved in real life, I'm guessing. Like one-on-one. He's such a confident guy, though. But I don't know. I could be completely wrong. That's just my take on things. So, and then the third conversation I had about anxiety was with a man named Mongoose. And he's a good guy. He's an older man. I love the elders, man. They always teach me so much. Kids teach me and elders teach me. Everybody else, I'm like, nah, I'll teach you what they teach me. So he was talking about how he has dealt with his anxiety, and that because I said I can bring you some cookies, and they do help. The thing of it is like sometimes when life gets really hard, it's just easier for me to just push through the hard and deal with it in every aspect. So that's usually when I go on tolerance breaks. And I abstain. I don't eat my edibles. I don't smoke the flower. I just handle the problems, face them head on, and deal with them. And then but I told him, I said, let him know. I tell people, I said, if you drink alcohol, do not drink alcohol with my cookies, because you're putting one freaking frequency with another. And I don't want you to have the experience with my cookie related to alcohol, because it's blissness oven by itself, and alcohol would just ruin it. Crossfading is just ridiculous. It's stupid. Anyway, so he was like, oh no, I haven't drank 25 years, and I was just like, oh God, thank goodness, another freaking sober comrade, somebody that loves to drink, has a problem with alcohol, but doesn't do it because it's better for them and everybody else on the planet. And then I look around and I'm just like, man, all freaking he's got a wet brain. People don't even know what a wet brain is. When you've drank so much alcohol your whole entire life. See, he has people that dress him, take care of him, point him at okay, go that way, all that stuff. People that don't have all the money and all the advantages, they're the ones that are like freaking, that are pissing themselves every day and stuff like that. Can't, guy probably wears diapers too. I don't know why he's the president. I don't know why. I mean, they have rules and regulations, but that's allowed. I mean, it doesn't. It's just. I know. It just exists to create cognitive dissonance. Then, so after I had that conversation with Mongoose, then I went over, and then some other friends came to the park, and I went over and said hello, and we sat in a circle and had our fellowship. And then my friend, she was talking about her anxiety, their anxiety, she and her doctor. And I was like, man, that's 4 people. That's 4 people. And how many people don't even talk about how they feel about things? They just stuff it. That's how cancers are caused. Just ignore and stuff it, not facing things head on, burying your head in the sand. Oh, it'll go away. As much faith as I have in God, what you do, girl? As much faith, it's not God that is going to save me, because God works through people, and He's given me the abilities and the know-how to handle situations in life. It just makes it harder because these stupid freaking vaccines. I got 8 anthrax vaccines in 4 months. They feel like. Oh, why do I always grab this broken one? I should throw it away. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, a yellow jacket today. I thought I was going to get my 3rd yellow jacket bite. That's a little better. One, we were on the way to my friend's house, and a yellow jacket came and freaking landed on my lip, and something landed on my lip, and I just went like that and knocked it down, because you don't hit yourself. The thing's gonna bite you. People are goofy. I've seen people, anyway, that's how I learn, is watching other people. Hopefully other people learn from watching me make my mistakes in life. That's what it's all about. So I went like that, and then it came down here, and I looked down, and I was like, oh, because it could have been a grasshopper. Who knows? Could have been another cicada thing. Got hit in the eye with one of those a couple weeks ago. Freaking went splat on my glasses. That was an experience. So I freaking grabbed it by the wing and threw it out the window, and I was just, those hurt, man. Wasp bite, yellow jacket. Oh, anyway. So today was, like I said, it was a much better day than yesterday, and hopefully it's not as good as tomorrow. Tomorrow's Leo season. I don't know. And it's like the temperatures, we're getting a little cool down. Me and Mom, man, we have always been divinely protected. I swear. It's like we haven't been always like had the best living situations. We had a nice house all those years that I bought when we lived in Omaha. It's just, that's what screwed me over now is when I left. I mean, I bought it for $122. It was a great, I mean, up and coming neighborhood, like 3 blocks from Benson. I mean, it should have sold like that, and then nobody, it just, I don't know. Maybe there are other hands in it. Stuff like that, because, I mean, people oftentimes in this world, they sure do get a kick, get their rocks off on hindering people. And so it sold, I went upside down like 18,000. I think it sold for like, it was like, anyway, like, I don't know, it just was a bad deal. It was a bad deal. So I don't know. I don't have as much debt as a lot of people, but it still exists, and it's enough to, you know, this fake system. It's designed, like, as a person. I mean, I left corporate America to take care of my mom, and God is taking care of us with the less than freaking $1,800 a month that we live on. You know, He's taking care of us, and He's made it so we're comfortable. You know, I used to make like $70,000 a year. It's, you know, I mean, money in the bank. Just take, and I lived that 3D life. I wasn't helping people near as much. I was doing a lot of service work, but it was only within the walls of the recovery program I was involved in, and it didn't go outside. You only help people you know, and I'm just like, you know, what you guys read that book. That really large book, you read it all the time, and it always talked about how you're supposed to help people and take care of people and be a service. And you guys think all they mean is like having your little conferences and then flying people all over the country so they can come talk at? That's not what they mean. They got bigger, better ideas, but people always try and make things how they want them. I want things to be that are good for everybody. That's what I want, you know. More sustainable living, not freaking making criminals out of people that are trying to put less burden on the planet. At the same time, the freaking governor in the state in which I live wants to put freaking charging stations every 50 miles on the interstates in New Mexico, and people can't find places to live all over. And now there's more people that are unhoused because of the fires that the federal government started, and people are not supposed to believe that. It's also really very intriguing. It's like they live their lives doing these nefarious things, all the while saying, that's not what we're doing. We're not doing that. Speaking against the very things that they do. It's just all about cognitive dissonance, and I really wonder if people are going to stand up against it, or if people are so obedient, so programmed, because it's just, I mean, it's alright. Where I live, there's freaking zombies everywhere. Zombies are people that their brains are just fried. Whatever, you know, alcohol, drugs. they just, just can't even function in life. The people that are just like in the streets and the gutters, Albuquerque's a mess. People are shooting each other, killing each other all over the place down there. Santa Fe's a mess. There's it's not immigrant. It's not people from Mexico. It's the people that have lived here. It's their kids. It's when babies get Air Jordans, this is the world we get. Where's the accountability? Everybody gets all mad at me for stuff I say on Facebook. I'm just like, seriously, why were police allowed to all get so morbidly obese? Why is it okay? Because we pay for all of their stuff, and we're going to pay for their heart attacks too? That don't seem right. I stay fit. I'm going to go have some lab works to make sure all my levels, if there's some supplements or anything I need, make sure I'm good and healthy and stuff like that. Besides that, I wouldn't go to the doctor unless I was like bleeding. Their behavior and their lack of ethics, and their based on how they sold out the last 2 years, has caused me to lose all of my faith in all of. And see, that's the thing. I've worked in hospitals. I've worked in teaching hospitals where they had a rotation of residents that come in. It's all a club. It's all who's going to give them money, and then after you go here, are you going to still contribute to the school? It's just, and it's a Jesuit university. They already had more money than God, and with the tuitions that they cost. But then there's people that get free tuition. Like if you work there, you could get free tuition for your kids. Now, as a single person, I took 2 courses in management, IT, MSIS. I can't remember what it was. But in IT, it's stupid. Credentials, all at higher ed, it's all a crock. It's all money laundering. It's paying people you like and schmoozing this person and trying to buy that person and having that person in your pocket. Maybe at one time it has something to do with integrity, but those times are over. They don't exist anymore. Maybe they'll come back. First, people are going to have to step into their accountability, and people aren't willing to do that. It's just easier to freaking, you're stupid or you're dumb or talk trash about people. And I'm talking to myself too. I'm talking to me too, because I can be a freaking jerk, and that's what I'm trying to grow up from that. Just because I heard it's not other people's problem. Yeah, I don't get to take my hurt out on other people. So these are things that I get to work on to see if I'm going to level up as a human being, having a spiritual being having a human experience. But am I going to level up as a human? Because I know everywhere I look, I see people that are inhumane. People that just don't care about other human beings. That's inhumane. If we're going to be animals, if we're going to be freaking hunting, animals, and if we're going to live in a lawless society, then don't act like, I guess people act like they care so much about things that they don't. And I call those non-profits mostly. They're all for profit. But anyway, I think I run my mouth long enough. Go back and watch some... Oh, I got some... Oh, no, wait! I got it! I got these today. I had such a crap day yesterday. I got these today. One of my earth angels, and they smell so good. Kind of a crappy thing happened, though, and I mean that in the literal sense. One of the little baby kittens, made a mess. I don't know, because it was one of the times I was gone. I just came home, and I was like, I could smell these wonderful flowers when I left. And then I freaking came in this afternoon and smelled these wonderful flowers, but then this most rank smell. It didn't smell. It's just like, dude, maybe this cat's sick or something. I don't know. But it was terrible. And I found the source of it. Because when I came out, it was sitting on Mom's lap. And I don't know if it like went to the bathroom and got it on itself and then laid on mom, but it was like everywhere. It was everywhere. So we got that taken care of, and then I had everything opened up. So just another day at the, I don't know. What I said, we need the turd herd. Just another day with the turd herd and the poop troop. Yeah, Ma? How you doing today, Ma? You're doing well? She got some sweats on. We soaked feet. Because when we changed color, I'm like, well, we might as well do it all. So, because I had to wash her stuff. And actually, I bet her sweater's done now. Because she likes to keep that on her lap. It's her memorandum for sass. And she'll still will drive down the road. And she still, like, will cover it, like, block work. Because she always blocked Sassy's eyes for 5 years. Sassy was on her lap, you know. So now these people, and that's one of the reasons why it makes it so hard to live. That's how we ended up in Taos, New Mexico from Salem, Oregon, is because, you know, we came here with 5 dogs and 1 cat, and now we're 4 dogs and a cat, and because Sass crossed the Rainbow Bridge, you know, and people don't understand that some of us have grown up in a way that the only love that we've ever really unconditional love we've ever really received is from that of animals. And that is why it is so important for people to keep their animals. And people are like, no, you got cats, you got dogs, no, yeah. You know, I'm like, dude, what if I gave you a $5,000 deposit, you know? And I live here 5 years. They're 12. They're probably not going to live that no longer than 5 more years, realistically, if that, you know. So, you know, that's an extra $1,000 every year, and then I'll go off and freaking just live in my van or something, you know. So. People don't care. They don't care about people, and that's a big problem that the whole world is continuing. And they're not gonna care about people because they're too busy being scared about stuff that doesn't matter, and worrying about the materialistic things in life, and buying all that stuff, and having the house. And I've had it all. I've had the job. I've done it. You know how many of those people are so empty inside, just like I was still? You know, it fills me up helping people. That's what makes me feel good. And I got to do it every day, too. I got to do something to do that's outside of myself. Even if it's just, hey, you know, letting somebody know I'm thinking about them. Something like just not always thinking about me. What do I know? It's about all